A lot of times I wonder why it doesn't get called. So it's been called here twice. So
I'm going to sound like an old man saying this, but I blame a lot of it on the NBA. The step-back three has become such a big deal. And on offense, Tigers ball tipped around and goes into the backcourt, and they're going to say it was not touched by a Bluebird. That'll be an over and back turnover back to Colcamp. And a timeout going to be called by the Colcamp bench. I guess we'll take the break as well. 6:54 to play. Quarter 5-1 is the Versailles ladies lead. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
When you step outside and smell the aroma of delicious smoked meat, you know you're in Stover. At Patio 52 Bar and Grill, they smoke their meat for melt in your mouth, pulled pork, burnt ends, and the biggest burgers around. All with sides and a drink of your choice. Patio 52 Bar and Grill on Highway 52 in Stover.
Good luck to the area teams competing in the Stover tournament from Patio 52 Bar and Grill.
And we're back. It is the second quarter. Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales second quarter. 5-1 bench. To our boy, though, Handy Andy, as he's getting ready. His Stover girls squad going to be in action a little bit later on in the third place game as they will square off with, is it Holden?
I believe so.
JT made me a list. He's very thoughtful. Thank you, JT. He made me a list. He's very thoughtful like that. And so I was thoughtful and left it in the studio.
Thanks for all your hard work, JT.
Yeah, that poor guy. He does it for all the games, too. He goes in, looks. Sometimes he'll even give me stat sheets of comparisons and stuff, and I leave more than I care to admit.
We operate best under chaos. I've noticed that.
I can neither confirm
no matter how
nor
easy
deny.
Somebody wants to make it for us.
Oh, we will take that away quickly. Ball into Molman and another travel called. Actually, it's not close. There have been more travels called in this game than points scored.
Man, there is more travels. About 47 travels in this game.
Oh, so Versailles with the ball and a 4-point lead, 5-1. Ari running the point. Goes to Barrett.
Excel in this game.
He really good. The ball into Ari, loses it, but gets it back out to Bench. She's able to line up a three, and if it had any more arch, I think it would have went in.
Yeah, Bench is always looking to shoot. She's got a nice little shot. Just need to get a little bit more air underneath it there.
I really like that, though. I like that Josie has the confidence to just let the shot fly.
Well, that's her thing. She comes in and she's the 3-point sniper, and she does her job well.
And once again, you got to think over the years she's just going to get better and better at that. And
yeah, these young players don't have time to be scared. They have to just go out and play everybody.
Honestly, yeah. Like, let the results be what they may be as long as you're learning and getting better.
Yeah.
Like I said, the defense of the Tigers has been fantastic. Molman gets it, and a great job by Vera coming down because the help defense left the short court or the backside open. Vera saw it and took it away, forced the turnover. Vera, just a freshman.
Little things like that. She doesn't even realize what she just did. I guarantee you, because of her age. But little things like that, just recognizing that's huge.
And, the pass inside, they were trying to get Wilson on the back cut, but the pass was a little too hot to handle. And a timeout now called by the Versailles bench. 6:02 to play. We're just going to hold it here at this point. We've got a slate full of games coming up today. We actually get a break between the two, which is between this one and our next game, which is handy because we have to switch gyms. And then we will have the Stover girls and Holden. And we will follow that up with the Stover boys as they face off with Boonville. Now, both of those games will be streaming here at MoSportsZone.com. I promise I'll have everything fixed and ready to go by then. But they will not be on the radio because Mizzou is on the radio. And, Learfield has really good contracts. So those two games will be on the radio, and then we will be back on – or those two games will not be on the radio, only MoSportsZone. Then we will be back on the radio and MoSportsZone for the championship game tonight, Versailles and Colcamp boys. Moral of this is we need to get more basketball in our schedule. JT texted me last night kind of joking. He was like, you thought you had enough games and decided to have a double overtime game in there just because. Colcamp on offense, working the ball around the perimeter. They go to the post to Molman. She dishes it out to the top of the key. Right corner. They really want to post Molman low. Versailles has done a pretty good job against her, though. She makes the extra pass. Tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Ari, who does not hide her displeasure with the call. That look from Ari Jones brought to you by Airheads.
She doesn't have a very good poker face.
And a shooter left wide open. First field goal of the game comes on a corner three as it is knocked down by Marilyn Hesse. So 5-4. The Versailles lead, points at a premium in this game. Legitimately the leading scorer for both squads, may be in single digits at the end of this game. And my goodness, a fight for the ball between Wilson and Molman. They both wind up on the floor, but it's tipped last touched. by Wilson. Ball will go back to the Bluebirds.
Still getting physical with each other, man. I like it.
I mean, if you're Reagan, what else do you do? She's got 2 or 3 inches on you. You got to play a little bully ball.
I'll tell you what, Moment, and not in a bad way. She's a big girl. I mean, she is just muscle.
Yeah, no, she's a very athletic player. And Anderson harassing the pass and forces the Bluebird to step on the line. Turnover back to the Lady Tigers. So last night, one thing we kept saying during the game was every possession counted. Any basket could be huge. I think that's extra the case in this one where points are at such a premium.
Yeah.
I mean, one big shot could decide this game. Ari on the point. It's against straight man defense. They are absolutely face guarding Brooke Anderson at the volleyball line. Bench to the short corner. Wilson shot too strong. Rebound fought for. Bench keeps it alive with the offensive board. Goes out to Vera on the left side. Vera over to Wilson. Shot fake. Gets her defender in the air. Tacks the basket. Counted and a foul. Wilson with the 3-point opportunity. That was a nice move.
That was a nice move. Just, yeah, you know, you see these youngsters make mistakes here, make a mistake there. Then all of a sudden you see that flash of what's probably going to be coming. And, man, that was a great move. And that was a high-arching free throw.
But it won't go, but Ari Jones keeps it alive. Brooke Anderson just happy to touch the basketball. Bench 3 from the corner. Ari may have went over the back, no whistle, though. I say that. I mean, Brooke has not got many touches in this game because they are absolutely face guarding her.
Her face, man.
So Kohlkamp with the ball down by 4. Molman at the top of the key. Bluebirds go to the left side. They've been patient working the ball around the outside, trying to set up corner threes. Instead, they go to the post to Molman and fouled on the entry pass. They're going to get Ari for a reach. At least I think that's the case. Did they credit that to Ari?
I haven't seen him put it up yet. I'm going to have to guess it is.
Corner 3 knocked down from Kohlkamp, though. Emma Thayer. So the Bluebirds can only score from 3, and apparently in the second quarter. 7-6, it's a 1-point game. Jones attacks. Gives it up to Wilson. Her shot fake on Molman works. She loses the ball on the way to the basket. Tie up on the floor. Out of bounds. Last touch by Molman, so it will stay with Versailles.
Tell you what, when Reagan Wilson makes a move to the hoop, she's going to go to the hoop.
Yeah. And a 4-person screen frees up a bench 3. She nearly banked it in. It rattled around and came out. I like that screen. They basically set up a wall of linemen. Good ball movement by the Lady Bluebirds. They get it to Molman on the block. She passes it back out. Top of the key, reversing to the left side. Kohlkamp once again just working around the outside of the zone, lining up another corner 3. Won't go. Molman tips it, keeps it alive, but Ari Jones takes it away. Head to Brooke Anderson. Brooke gives it to Ari, and the face guarding resumes. Ari attacks and is shoulder checked and does a dance move by the end of it.
Yeah. She's comical to watch.
It always blows my mind, though, because you'll see plays that you're like, oh, no, I wonder if Ari's like, okay, is she hurt? And she's up laughing and smiling afterwards. Anderson receives the inbounds pass, tacks the basket, scoop shot off the glass and scores.
That's a nice shot right there.
I think that was Brooks saying, I'm tired of being face guarded.
Yeah.
Let me have the basketball. 9-6, the Versailles lead with 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. Bench with the pressure on top. Floater from Kohlkamp, middle of the lane, too strong. Tipped around, pulled in by the Bluebirds. They go to the post to Molman. Jones on her. Good denial. It's kicked out. Contested 3 from Kohlkamp. Won't go. Ari Jones, another rebound. Get used to hearing that. She does it a lot. Brooke Anderson on the point, trying to turn the corner. Gives it up to Vera. Vera passes to the short corner. It's tipped, but hauled in by Ari. Wilson attacks from the free throw line. Right hand off the glass, up and good. A run here from the Tigers, and they've opened up a 5-point lead, 11-6. Versailles starting to look a little more comfortable offensively.
Starting to get a little flow.
And a good job by Brooke Anderson. And she saw that her matchup was about to receive the pass and pressured her immediately, forcing a travel.
I'd like to see Brooke push the issue a little bit more like she just did a while ago on that one possession.
I'm telling you, you see those little flashes where it's like, ooh, these girls are going to be good.
I mean, DeGraffenreid's Reed's not even looking at the ball. She is just staring at Brooke the whole time, man. Face guard.
They ought to be friends after this game, I would think. And a reverse layup from Vera nearly went. Wilson keeps it alive. Her putback too strong, and Molman cleans it up. That was a tough reverse layup, but Vera took it with confidence. Kohlkamp back on offense, going to the high post to Molman. Her free throw line jumper won't go, but she was fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, bench clocked her pretty good. Sitting her smiling. I think she knows she did.
Well, you got to get your money's worth for that foul, right? That's
poked her in the eye pretty good there.
what I love is if you look up at her family in the stands, they had a big old grin after that one, too. A little discussion. Oh, goodness, she got her good enough. Molman going to go to the bench and get looked at.
I think her contact.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing malicious about it. She just put her hand up and it just went right in her face.
Well.
Now we're going to search for the contact.
Oh, this is an interesting game. In Josie's defense, when you grow up with siblings, you get used to throwing that little right hook, whether it's intentional or not. So, yeah, that's.
Oh, we found it.
Wow.
We found it.
I am impressed with that. That might be the most. That's the biggest play of the game right there.
Extreme Airheads player of the game. Number 4, Ashlyn DeGraffin Reed for finding a contact.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, this is a new one. We've had stoppages for different reasons. Now we're going to have to go clean off that contact. Can we get a substitution here, maybe? Or glasses? Get some of those Kareem goggles in here.
Belt's up here. We can see if he's got a pair we can use.
You know, we've got to look at fashion while we're up here, too. When the Kohlkamp coach walks by, look at the sneakers he's rocking. That shade of blue is recognizable from space. That is the same color as Blue's Clues. I'm 99% certain of that.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's not a whole lot goes with that's like Play-Doh blue.
That is perfect. Yeah. Free throw up and no good. So the lead at 5, 11-6, 1:40 to play. Ari on the point.
How is it possible they have 6? They had 2 threes and a free throw.
I don't think that. Did they not make one of the free throws?
Well, it was 5-1 at the end of the first quarter. Then they hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and the scoreboard's got 6 for them.
I don't know.
6 plus 1 should be 7 still.
I don't math. And a mid-range jumper up and good. Nice touch being shown there. With the bucket 13, that's Cassidy Carl.
Is that Carl? Yeah.
1:06 to play and a 3-point lead for Versailles. Ari tries the bullet pass on the baseline, trying to get the back cutter Vera. The pass just a little too hot to handle. So quick substitution from Kohlkamp. We will continue play. 1:01 to go and a 5-point Tiger lead. I don't think that's right. I don't know. I'm not keeping a running score in this game because I'm too busy messing up technology. Corner 3 on the way from the Bluebirds. Won't go. Rebound hauled in by Vera. And, yeah, her momentum carried her forward, and she took an extra step there. Have I mentioned that, once again, points are at an absolute premium?
Absolute.
Kohlkamp to inbound. They go straight to the corner. Line up a 3 from the left side. It rattles around and falls. That shot knocked down by Emma Thayer. So Kohlkamp really live or die by the 3-point ball. Ari dishes it to Brooke Anderson on the left side. Uses the Jones screen. Goes over to Vera. Vera, middle of the paint. Extra pass to Wilson. She has to dive on the floor to keep it alive. Gives it up to Jones. Vera, she'll try a 3. Not there, though. Ball will go back to the Bluebirds. 15 seconds to play in the half and a 2-point Versailles lead. So Versailles looking for a defensive stop here. Kohlkamp gets ball into the front court. Under 10 to play. Carl, mid-range jumper off the front iron. No good. She keeps her miss alive. Her putback won't go. Rebound fought for. Ari's on the floor. And I'm not exactly.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't know. I think that's a wrestling move that just took place. Ari just got suplexed and came up smiling, and Ari will roll the ball and bounce to herself.
I don't think you can do that, girl.
I'm not really certain what I just witnessed. Okay, on that note, we're going to go ahead and go to the half. 13-2. Well, no, we will not. No, we will not.
We got
The clock technically never would have started, I guess.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
So Colcamp will inbounds under their own basket. You've got enough time to catch and tip here. They get the ball in, but there's no way that was quick enough. It didn't fall anyways. So now we'll go ahead and go to the half.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know. I should have slept longer. 13-11 is the Versailles lead. Hy-Vee halftime show coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Every day, your Jefferson City and Osage Beach Hy-Vee pharmacies are committed to your health and wellness. If you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, Medicare Advantage plans, and most commercial plans, they'll cover up to 8 over-the-counter COVID-19 tests per month at no cost through Hy-Vee. Most plans cover these costs and no prescription is required. Stop in at your Osage Beach or Jefferson City Hy-Vee pharmacy and see the helpful pharmacy staff today.
The goal of the Morgan County Health Center in Versailles is to make sure you feel your best and stay that way. A few of the public health and community services available at the Morgan County Health Center include CPR and first aid training, food safety classes, educational materials and classes promoting healthy lifestyles and activities, children and adult immunizations, and nutrition for expectant mothers and young children through the WIC program. For more information, follow the Morgan County Health Center on Facebook or call 378-5438. The Morgan County Health Center at 104 West Lafayette in Versailles, connecting the community to healthy choices.
Getz Brothers, lettuce for you. Getz Brothers, carpet and furniture. Living rooms to dining, mattresses, accessories, carpet, ceramic, vinyl. Come see what's in store. Getz Brothers, lettuce for you. Getz Brothers, carpet and furniture.
When service and knowledge matters, stop in and see the Getz crew.
Emmy's, a boutique with a warm and welcoming atmosphere, is a cute little boutique that carries something for everyone, from infants to adults. Emmy's has all new adult and baby clothes, purses, home decor, and new kitchen gadgets. Emmy's, a boutique, invites you to come out and check out their location at 111 West Jasper in Versailles. Emmy's, open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 3.
We're back with the Hy-Vee halftime show, and we're joined now by Versailles alumni and the assistant coach of the Stover Bulldogs, Coach Wyatt Espinoza. Coach Espy, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be on, man.
Are you, your boys got a big game coming up, third place game today with Boonville. You've been doing a lot of scouting, doing a lot of watching, got a plan in place for Boonville.
I watch a lot of basketball, period. But I've watched a couple games from Boonville. Man, they're big. They are so big. They got like 3 guys that are 6'5" and long, and 1 guy in the middle that's, I mean, he's pretty hefty, but he can move. He looks like he's a lineman. He can move. He's got good footwork. And then on top of that, they got a 6'1" guard that moves well, good athlete. And then number 2, who I would say their point guard, quick. He's fast. Our biggest thing is going to be taking care of the ball in the half court, and then whenever when we're on defense, trying to keep them outside. They're not great shooters, but they might hit a couple shots. But that's not what's going to beat us. It's the inside game's going to hurt us.
Well, let's talk about your boys in the season thus far. You know, I've only got to see your boys play a few times, but I've been really impressed. First off, you've got some kids that can just flat out score when they want to, starting the outside with guys like Jay Monroe and Landon Ettinger. And then you go inside, Jaron Belt. I have to remind myself, just a sophomore. The kid seems so disciplined.
Yeah, well, first of all, I'll talk about Jaron. He takes leaps and strides. Coach Vansel, he was here in 8th grade, and he'd probably say the same thing. And he probably does say the same thing.
Yes.
Because it's like you blink, and all of a sudden he has a different move in his bag. And I talked to him a bunch in pregame. We work, and then he does something pregame, and I'm like, you're doing a great job, man. Like, I want to tell you, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing this, but it's like he's just improving a ton. And then on our outside game, I mean, we have a good shooting team. We do. We had a couple games where we struggled shooting a little bit, but that didn't hurt us at all. I mean, our mentally, sometimes that can kill a high schooler, but after those 3 games, that was that Green Ridge game where we shot like 47%. So now I'm not saying we're going to shoot 47% every game, but we're going to knock down shots consistently, I believe.
For sure. Now, For you, I got to ask, what kind of transition has it been going from, without a doubt, one of the most competitive players that I have ever called games for in my entire life into this coaching role? Has it been tough to actually just have to sit there and watch the game play out? Because I know in the back of your head, you're still thinking, man, if I was out there right now, this is how I'd take it away. This is what I do. So how have you made the adjustment now to go from actually being the guy putting clamps to trying to relay that to the kids, how to put clamps on people?
Well, my first year was tough. I mean, I would talk to the kids as if I'm out there and I'm telling them what I would do. And I don't think that kids take that well. And so I learned very quickly that I got to talk to them that they're their own human and they're their own person and they're doing it that way. But as we progressed really in practice, I get 30 minutes to myself to work on defensive stuff. And that's whenever I get my moment to talk to them about how do we want to guard these guys. And you could probably say that our defense is really what we pride on. We hit shots in our inside games, all right, but defensively, whenever we can hold teams under 50 points, we're going to be pretty solid.
Your boys were really getting after it, and I'm yet to hear a single soul that has a bad word to say about Coach Espy or what he's doing with these kids. It seems like they're really buying into what you say and wanting to work hard for you. Now, you've been up here watching this Versailles Cole Camp girls game, and I know you watched a lot of Versailles girls basketball over the years. Of course, your sisters played, and what would you say if you're in the Versailles locker room right now, the Versailles girls, what do you want to see out of them in the second half?
Well, I'm all about shooting. Of course, you said I'm a Versailles alumni, but all about shooting that basketball from three. So, shoot with confidence, and then don't be scared to attack. Right now, you've seen them turn the ball over. They're passing the ball. They're making tough passes. If you turn the ball over driving hard, you're still turning the ball over, but at least you're going into bodies. Maybe you draw a foul. So I'd really like to see a lot more aggression from those Versailles girls. And on the other side, Cole Camp, they're doing a good job shooting that ball, and that's why their second quarter was the way it was, because they shot the ball and it fell, and when you shot and missed, well, that's better than a turnover because at least you give it a chance.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Coach Espy, I'm excited for your season. I've told you, and I will say it again, that we've seen a lot of the K-Singer boys teams this year, and I truly believe that your team stacks up and go toe-to-toe with anybody that I've seen in the K-Singer conference. I mean, is there anything you see out there as far as how the conference stacks, or is it just, it seems like it's very wide open this year and based on what team shows up what day?
Yeah, like I said, I watch a lot of basketball. In fact, last night, did it necessarily matter? No, but I watched Lincoln and Smithton play because I was like, okay, this is how the outcome I believe it should be. I go watch the game, and I was completely wrong. Lincoln, you would think they're starting to get a little bit healthier. They compete with teams like Skyline, who's a solid boys team. And then Smithton, where you look at their scores, and it's like, okay, they didn't score but 20 points this night, and then the next night they score 60. You don't really know what you're going to get. And sure enough, you got a good Smithton team come out, and they beat Lincoln, who's competitive. We played them when they were unhealthy, and we beat them by 14 or 15, I think. But with that being said, coaches do a great job in this conference of keeping it competitive. Even whenever they're down, I was talking about Lincoln. Lincoln lost 6 seniors, and they were all 5 of them were starters and 1 that came off the bench. And they're still competitive. And then you look at Cole Camp, who just made a Elite 8 run.
Yeah,
they lost a few seniors, and they beat Sacred Heart, who we thought that it's us and Sacred Heart who's competing in the top of the conference. But now Cole Camp's in the mix, and they're playing hard, and you're going to be able to watch them play Versailles in the championship tonight. But coaches are doing a good job of always staying competitive in this conference, and you just can't count anybody out. In the top half, you can't count anybody out. You got to prepare, and when it comes down to preparation, that's where you're going to find the winners.
I love it, man. You're doing a great job over here. You really are. Your boys look fantastic. And like I said, I truly think that you guys can play with and on any given night beat any team in this K-Singer conference. I could not agree about how it stacks up more. But I'm really looking forward to this afternoon, man. I know you've got your duties at the desk to get back to, but I appreciate you coming by, and we look forward to catching up with you here in just a little while.
No, absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, that is Coach Wyatt Espinoza, the assistant coach over here at Stover, and of course, a Versailles alumni and one of the best players that I've ever called games for, hands down. The boy, Jason, there was a lot of things with that squad you had to ask about. You didn't know what was going to happen a given night, but you knew for sure Wyatt Espinoza was going to go out there and give you 110%.
That's kind of when this whole streak of Versailles basketball that's really entertaining started with him and Kobe. and those two competing against everybody and each other. But
I've heard
dropped 30, and I mean he was a great player, just a great kid, great coach.
I've heard, I don't want to say horror stories, but I've heard stories that when practice hit and those two would get put on opposite teams, Coach Ollison would tell me that, like, oh yeah, he had to almost stand back sometimes, keep an eye on them, because you talk about two boys that would do anything to win.
I know one day he had to take him down into his classroom and close the door, just them two, and they had to come to some sort of agreement. Hey, there's a lot of competitiveness here, but remember, we're on the same team. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I mean, they did, man. Those two guys made each other better. I guarantee you Kobe would say playing with Wyatt made him a better plawer, and I guarantee you playing with Kobe made Wyatt a better player. And they butted heads sometimes, but that's just two alpha males trying to get it going, man.
I always joke with my buddy Garrett that we combined for 1,700 points. He had 1,600 of them, but still we combined for 1,700.
Yeah.
But I always, I say, hey, part of the reason you got there is because we beat the snot out of each other in practice. But enough about the past. We're in the present. We're in the polylift, boat lift third quarter of play. Versailles holding on to a 13-11 lead to start this third quarter. Colcamp, their opening offensive possession, being very patient, working around this zone. It's a 2-3 zone being played by Versailles. They get it to the high post to Carl. She's in a bit of trouble. Quick hands. Vera knocks it loose and dives on it. Jump ball going to be called. Possession arrow favors the Lady Tigers. So the defense continues for Versailles.
See if we can get that offense going a little bit more.
I'm telling you, I would love to see them find a way to free up Brooke Anderson. And anytime you can get Ari Jones to the basket, I think it's a good move. She's so athletic and so quick. Jones attacks on the right side, picks it up, goes to Vera. She tries a corner three. It's off the front iron. Jones keeps it alive in the corner, dishes it out to Vera. She goes to the block to Wilson. Turnaround jumper up and good. There's that offense you were looking for.
There it is.
You need a bucket, call Wilson. She has become a very good scorer.
Yes, she has.
High post to Carl for Colcamp. They work it over to the left side. Molman back into the game. Got the contact situation figured out. Near travel. Colcamp being patient on the outside. Again, they're playing Molman outside now instead of posting her low. Kind of a different look against the zone. Running Carl at the high post. Three on the way. Top of the key. Splashed home. That's Ashlyn de Graffenried.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
15-14. Just a 1-point game. Jones on the point as Brooke Anderson still being face guarded.
Brooke is trying to find anywhere to get open.
This is fun. De Graffenried, is just falling over. It's a turnover. Bluebirds want to run with it. Anderson back on defense and does a good job slowing down Hesse. De Graffenried goes back to Hesse in the corner. To De Graffenried. She's being harassed by Bench. Goes high post to Carl. She steps into a mid-range jumper, but it's partially blocked by Wilson. Rebound number 473 for Ari Jones. Corner three, Vera, just too strong. I like there was no hesitation.
Yeah.
And Brooke Anderson now returning the favor, harassing De Graffenried a little bit.
Yeah, Brooke will get a little irritated. I can see her getting.
She seems like such a nice girl, but I also think she plays with a chip on her shoulder when that kind of happens.
Oh, yeah.
And Vera gets the steal for Versailles. You want that though. If you're a player, I don't want you to take that lightly.
Yeah, I don't want you nice all the time.
Ari on the attack, picks it up, gives it out. Wilson, she'll try a mid-range jumper. Shot won't go.
Right there's where Ari, she takes that thing in and then she stops.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if she would just take that onto the hole, draw the contact. I'm telling you, man, that girl, she's quick enough. She has no idea her ability.
It's a confidence thing. Once she learns what she's capable of, I think you're going to see that scoring drastically go up. Bench applying the pressure on the top of the key. Colcamp once again trying to work around this 2-3 zone. Near steal. It is a steal by Jones. She winds up on the floor. Being harassed, able to get it out to Wilson. Full court heave. Bland ahead of the pack. Lays it up and it just fell off the iron. And then Bland's going to get the foul call after. Tough break. I swear, the toughest shot to make is when you are wide open ahead of the pack.
Wide open and all the eyes are on you. Yeah, that's why she's laughing about it.
You hear footsteps whether they're there or not.
She knew she missed a gimme.
So the lead stays at 15-14 here in the Polylift Boat Lift third quarter of play. Hesse to Graffenried. Colcamp, we're trying to work the ball around the outside again. To Graffenried, going to try a three. It's long off the back iron. Molman keeps it alive, and she is knocked to the floor. They're going to get Wilson for the foul, maybe. Yeah. That will be her
That's
second.
Her second, I believe.
So really no major foul trouble, I believe, for Versailles. Colcamp to inbound. They go to Molman. Mid-range jumper, and was that partially blocked by Bench?
Partial block.
I mean, no disrespect, but how did Bench block that shot? There's like a 6-inch size advantage there. 3 on the way from Bland, just short, kept alive by Wilson. My goodness.
Oh, my Lord.
Wilson, yeah, they're going to get her for a foul there.
I don't know, man. That might be worth 2.
That
Wow. I don't know, man. She just went up. She is aggressive.
Yeah, that was, it's good to see the player up and okay after that. Yeah, it's nothing malicious. It's
No,
just,
it was just-
Wilson doesn't believe in 50-50 balls.
She doesn't want to share the rebound.
No, like I said, no 50-50 balls. It's my basketball. You can try to take it, but
And I love it out of a freshman like that. I love that.
gosh, I keep forgetting she's a freshman. So now Colcamp with the ball. They could take the lead with any kind of field goal here. Quick ball movement results in a Carl lay-in off the back iron, falls home, and Colcamp takes the lead 16-15. That was the best offensive series we've seen today out of Colcamp. Jones into the front court. Tries to lob deep, but it's picked off by Molman. Versailles is going to have to find some way to get Brooke Anderson free. Having her not be a part of your offense whatsoever is a problem right now. To Graffenried. Wanted to go to the low block, but it's taken away by Jones. Now Bench harassing her. The ball to the corner. Molman has it in the short corner. She's going to attack the basket, but it's taken away nicely by Bland. 3 on the way from Colcamp, tipped around, and I think Versailles may have got one
I
there.
think we got a break there.
You even see Brooke kind of looking around on her way down the floor like, oh.
Here we go. I get to get face guarded. Here we go.
Ari will continue the point guard duties. Screened by Wilson. Ari attacks right side. Picks it up in the short corner. Forced shot won't go. Said, I think she could have kept her momentum for a layup.
Yeah,
But
just keep going for that layup, man. It's there.
Colcamp back on offense. They go to the high post to Carl. Her mid-range jumper won't go, and they're going to call Wilson for the foul.
That'll be 3 on Reagan.
So Carl will
No,
shoot
they got
two.
her 4 now. It went from 2 to 4. I guess I missed the third one.
Well, yeah, that tackle was
the
the
tackle.
third.
Yeah.
Carl's first free throw off the left side, no good.
Looks like Dakota Moore is going to come in and probably replace Wilson, I'm going to guess.
Second free throw coming up for Carl. It rolls around, won't go. Rebound tipped by Moore and hauled in by Bland. She wants to push the tempo. Gives it up to Ari. Over to Bench. Bench drives left side, picks her dribble up in the short quarter, has to go back out to Jones. Bland comes up to meet the pass. Over to Bench. Shot fake. She drives. Picks it up, goes out to Ari. Screen coming for Ari, but she goes all the way to the basket. Now that was a good take.
Yes.
Shot kept alive, put up and in by
Dakota Moore.
Dakota Moore with the putback. I love that Ari went all the way to the rim with that one on the left side.
That's what we need to see right there out of Ari Jones.
And Moore there to clean it up, and Versailles has regained a 1-point lead. 17-16 the score with 2:20 to play here in the Polylift Boatlift third quarter. High post to Molman. Ari with the strip, but they say she got a little arm in the process. Ari once again does not hide her displeasure.
No, she got the typical teenage girl look on her face.
I was going to say, her and Britt have the same facial reactions to things.
Britt.
Free throw for Molman is long. Second one coming up. Molman's second free throw up and long as well. Rebound pulled in by Anderson. So with 2:10 to play, Versailles has the ball and the 1-point lead. To the corner, Bench lines up a three and knocks it down. Big shot from Josie Bench to extend the lead to 4. Like I said, she's playing more confident.
Yes, she is.
Colcamp working the ball around, but it's stolen by Jones, and she is fouled. Little momentum swing here this last minute or so. And that will be... Oh, I thought maybe it was... It's hard for us to see the fouls where they put us.
Yeah,
There's our backboard right in the way. So Versailles with the basketball and a 4-point lead, just under 2 minutes to play in the polylift boat lift third quarter. Bland gives it up to Anderson. To Ari Jones. Uses the screen set by Moore. Ari picks up free throw line, goes out to bench. She hit the three last possession. Ball tipped and stolen by Colcamp, but stepping on the sidelines to turn over back to the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, I'd like to see us run a little something to try to free up Brooke a little bit. Set a pick, something to kind of free her up.
I mean, it's not an exaggeration to say that she's touched the basketball maybe 3 times this quarter.
She's literally just over there but to the sideline by herself.
Yeah.
I mean, you almost have to do something to try to help free her up.
Ari on the point, goes over to Bland. She'll set her feet, tries a 3, shot just too long. Tipped around, and a good job by Moore to swat it so that it winds up with Ari up and under move. Extra pass to Moore. I don't think she was expecting it. Ball out of bounds. They'll say last touched by Versailles. Moore's doing a good job in there right now, though, just to either get the offensive board or keep it alive for her teammates.
Getting some good minutes out of her while she replaces Wilson.
So Colcamp down by 4 with the ball, 1:05 to play. They go inside to Molman. Moore takes it away. Dishes out, 3 on the way, won't go. Jones tips it, but it's pulled in by DeGraff and Reed for the Bluebirds. Fired into Molman in the paint. Her shot up and won't go, but she is fouled and will go back to the line. That foul going to be called on Moore. Molman's first free throw up and good. Lead cut to 3. Second free throw won't go. Bland a strong board, but it's tied up. Jump ball called and will favor Colcamp. So Colcamp doing their best to extend this possession as they trail by 3. And Coach Gunter not going to be happy about that, as Versailles just gave up a cutter right to the basket and got fouled on a shot attempt. So to the line for the Lady Bluebirds is Caitlin Whitworth, sophomore. Her first free throw rattles around, pops up, then falls. So the lead down to 2. Second free throw for Whitworth rattles, and this one pops out and won't go. Bland able to track down the rebound. May have got away with a double dribble.
I think so.
Anderson finally actually getting to touch the basketball.
Nice
Bench
look.
to Moore. Good feed. Shot won't go. Bland keeps it alive, and her put back up and in. Lead back at 4. So Versailles has had an answer. Got 25 seconds to play here in the polylift boat lift third quarter. Mid-range floater won't go. Bland pulls in the board. Under 20 seconds to play. Head to Anderson. Down to 10 on the game clock. Ari Jones out at the logo. It's a crossover. Gives it up. Bench steps into a 3. Shot won't go. Rebound pulled in by Colcamp. I don't know if they see the clock or not. They won't get the shot off before the quarter ends. We've played 3. Versailles leads Colcamp 22-18. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Polylift boat lifts. You've got your home at the lake and you found the perfect boat. Now, to just make sure the boat bottom stays clean and up out of the water. Polylift boat lifts. We've been the lake's choice for reliable boat lifts for over 40 years, and we offer a lifetime warranty on our tanks. We don't just build boat lifts, we build Polylifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Polylifts.
And we are ready for the fourth quarter of play. Como Connect's fourth quarter, that is. Versailles goes into this fourth quarter with a 4-point lead. Jason, it seems like the big thing for Versailles has been that every time a run has came out of the Bluebirds, they've had an answer.
Yeah, the only time it seems like we can score is after Colcamp scores. Because every time they do, that's when we always answer. And I don't know how that works. This has kind of been a weird game, but right now Versailles is finding a way.
This will be an interesting quarter to say the least. Can Versailles hold on and get what would be their second win of the season, I believe?
Yeah, and you got Reagan Wilson. She's still on the bench going into this fourth quarter, and she's done the lion's share of your scoring tonight, too. So
How many does she have?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Another double-digit scoring outing. Jones attacks, goes to Bench in the corner. Bench needs some help, finds Ari. Ari going to pull the ball back out to the top of the key, kind of reset things. Brooke Anderson still being face guarded by DeGraffenried. And Ari tried to lob Moore, and I don't think Moore was quite expecting it. It's going to be a turnover back to the Bluebirds. Graffenried out to Carl. To the corner, back up to Carl. She'll skip it over to Graffenried. They keep flashing Molman at the high post. Now they get her posted up low. That is Molman. Moving the ball around. Corner three from Kohlkamp won't go. Shot is long, but is tracked down by the Bluebirds. Did they call a timeout?
Yeah, I think we got a timeout, Kohlkamp.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and hold it here as less than a minute has gone by in the quarter, excuse me. So Kohlkamp with the ball looking for any kind of offense. They really want to bring Molman up to the free throw line, it looks like, and try to work through her until they can get her posted down low. But, I mean, I feel like the post players for Versailles have done a really good job on Molman tonight, despite her being 6 feet tall.
Yeah, I mean, with Reagan out, it kind of hurts. Looks like she's back in, but Dakota's a big body herself, and just being in there kind of neutralizes Molman just a little bit. So, Versailles done a good job.
Yeah, Reagan Wilson coming back into the game with 4 fouls. She's going to have to play smart. I mean, 7 minutes is a long time to play.
It's a long time for a freshman to play with 4 fouls.
We've seen it before, though. So on the floor for the Tigers, it is Bland, Ari, Bench, Anderson, and Wilson. And off the inbounds, Bench is going to get called for the foul. It was a quick 1-2 pass that results in free throws for DeGraffenried.
That's going to be her 4th as well.
So some foul trouble now for these Lady Tigers. First free throw for DeGraffenried, up and good. I have a feeling she is not the one that you want to send to the line. Second free throw, high archer knocked down as well. Didn't even think about touching the iron. So lead cut to 2, 22-20 is the Versailles lead. Jones uses the screen set by Wilson. Goes to Bench in the corner, fires a 3 and knocks it down.
No hesitation. And she was right in her face, too.
She, absolutely was contested on that shot. Like I said, the confidence is there for Josie now. That's her second 3 of the game. 5 points is the Versailles lead, 6:40 to go. Kohlkamp working the ball around the outside. Carl steps into a 3, tried to bank it in, but it's tipped. Kept alive by Kohlkamp. I thought it went out of bounds. DeGraffenried thought about the shot. Goes to Carl. Moves the ball to the corner. Kohlkamp, once again, has been patient around this zone, trying to go high post, low post, and see if they can get Molman posted up low. But Versailles, once again, has done a good job taking that away. DeGraffenried forces the 3. It won't go and is hauled in by Wilson.
Wilson's got to be double-double territory, I would think. At this point.
She's flirting with it for sure. Ari uses the Wilson screen, gets to the free throw line, picks it up, gives it to Reagan. She puts up a mid-range jumper. May have been partially blocked. So Kohlkamp back the other way. And I believe Bench may have just fouled out.
Colton, I don't know if you saw it or not, but on that offensive possession, Brooke Anderson was literally, she just couldn't have stood at half court just to bring her defender out. I guess it's just 4-on-4 basketball, basically.
At this point, it is.
She can't get it. She literally came out to half court and just stood here during that possession and brought her defender.
I mean, it's kind of clever. If you're not going to be able to touch basketball anyways, take one of their defenders away. So Bench did foul out, and Barrett will check in for her. Shot forced by Kohlkamp, and Ari was fighting for the loose ball, tipped it out of bounds, so it will stay with Kohlkamp.
That's a big loss for Versailles because Bench is she's hit some big shots.
I mean, contested shots for that matter, too. Bench has had a very nice game. Going to DeGraffenried on the block. She's in the midst of a double team. Able to get it out, though. Carl with it at the top of the key. 5:40 to go here in the Como Connect fourth quarter of play. 25-20 is the Versailles Lady Tiger lead. Again, this defense has caused problems for Kohlkamp. You don't score 20 points through 3 quarters, or through 3.5 quarters. The defense isn't good. The shot is long, and Anderson the rebound. So Brooke Anderson, once again, finally getting to touch the basketball for a moment. Skips it to Bland on the far corner. Goes inside to Wilson.
It's right here.
And, yeah, you're absolutely right. As soon as Brooke made the pass, she just steps back to half court.
Just stands there.
Says, that's fine. You want to face guard me? We're going to stay back here. Versailles will keep possession, inbounding under their own basket, up 5. Ari throws it deep to Brooke Anderson. Brooke tries to drive. A lot of contact, and she had to throw it out, and it goes out of bounds.
She's getting frustrated. Keep your head, young lady. Just play.
In her defense, I'd probably be frustrated, too, if I'm used to running point and then get into a game where stoppage of play so that a shoe can be tied.
I know it's frustrating. You just got to find either a way through it or, I guess, do what she's doing.
I'd like to tell you I know the feeling, but I promise I was never a guy they were worried about face guarding. Oddly, it was the opposite. They're like, play off of him, play off of him.
I start running through. I'm going to find my own picks. I'm getting free.
And an illegal screen set by Kohlkamp, so that'll be a turnover.
I got to run up behind the rail there and through the crowd and back down again. I'm getting open.
That would actually be entertaining to watch.
I remember Fatima doing that to Ryder over at the Eldon tournament. He was doing everything he could to get open. He likes that basketball too much.
Ari on the attack. Use the Wilson screen. Dishes it out to Vera at the top of the key. We're under 5 minutes to play. They're looking for Wilson down low, but it's tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Kohlkamp. Say it went off the hands of Molman. Ari, the inbounder.
There she goes. Now Brooks.
They run Brooke Anderson off of about 12 screens, which is really hard when you only have 4 players. Ball tipped out of bounds again, this time, once again, touched by Kohlkamp.
Yeah, I wouldn't want her just neutralized that easy. I would be setting some things up to try to free her up a little bit.
They're able to lob it into Brooke. She's out at the logo. Uses a bland screen, steps into a 3, won't go. Wilson keeps it alive, takes it away from a Kohlkamp player. Her shot won't go. She keeps it alive again. They're going to call a travel, and the shot fell, too. So 2 points off the board, but good effort.
Yeah, I like the aggression.
And we're going to get a timeout called here by the Kohlkamp bench. It's a full, so we'll take the break as well. Versailles leads by 5, 25-20. We got 4:30 to go here in this fourth quarter. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
It's been 4 days since I was last able to access Como Connect's sweet, sweet, blazing fast internet. I've been banished by my parents for playing online video games past this fictional time they call curfew. A law I don't remember seeing in the fine print of the household rules. I'm doomed to live without Como's accolade-receiving internet, but you don't have to share my horrid fate. Call to sign up for Como Connect's glorious internet by calling 844-99-FIBER or go to ComoConnect.com.
You're just grounded. It's not the end of the world.
Agree to disagree.
And we're back. I'm going to do something that will absolutely shock JT and remind you that you're listening to this morning's broadcast on KTKS Versailles, Eldon, Lake of the Ozarks at 95.1 FM. We are also online at lakeradio.com and streaming at MoSportsZone.com. I'm Colton Taylor. Oh, my gosh. Our board op's over dramatic. I'm Colton Taylor, the coach Jason Vansel with me, Britt on the camera, and, of course, JT engineering back at the studio. I'm not sure if we're going to keep him after today, but he's there nonetheless. We have to leave him at home because if we take him out in public, the people talk. He just can't be trusted. It's a whole ordeal. And the ball bobbled and stolen by Vera. JT posted something on Facebook, by the way, asking people like what they would say to describe the country sale or what words come to mind with the country sale. There have been some fun answers to that. Vera loses her footing, was trying to find Wilson. Wilson tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds.
I like the look, Vera. Just the pass she just saw. I mean, that's good vision for a young player.
It is. Yeah, we've seen everything on the comments for the country sale from the bearded dragon. Please turn your radio down.
I contributed 7 broken toasters. So.
Oh, I love that. What would we do without it? And good defense from Ari. She tips it and a jump ball. My goodness, Carl and Bland, neither one were going to let that go. You see, even the ref had a smile on his face. Like, geez. No one will ever question the effort or aggressiveness of these girls.
No, they're just young. They're young and raw.
Kohlkamp inbounding under their own basket, passes into Carl to the top of the key. Shoemaker. Graffenried back to Shoemaker. Tries to drive. Brooke Anderson takes it away nicely. Ball in the corner. Trap put on, but Molman able to get it out. Goes to Carl at the high post. Out to Graffenried. Quick trigger 3. Nearly banked it in. But another rebound for Wilson. If she didn't have a double-double, she probably does now, but it's stolen on the other end by Kohlkamp. Yes.
Versailles doesn't have to really push the issue here. Just take care of that basketball.
So 3:30 to go. Once again, points at a premium. 25-20, the Versailles lead. Short corner attack from Kohlkamp, and oof.
That's it for Reagan.
I don't know. That one was.
I don't think that was a very good foul call, but nonetheless, it's the one that was called. So.
And did that foul her out?
Yeah, that should be her fifth.
That's tough. I thought Reagan had position, but
yeah,
the official had a better view than we did. Bounds this to Molman. 3:15 to go. To Graffenried, a good up and under move. She puts it off the glass, and we've got a 3-point game. Kohlkamp going to amp up the pressure a little bit. Well, only on Brooke Anderson. And it's a steal on the other end by Kohlkamp. Carl out and running, and Brooke will foul her just to slow down the fast break. And maybe because after being face guarded all game, Brooke thought it'd be fun to foul somebody.
Just want to hit somebody.
I get it. I really do.
Yeah, you can see the look of frustration on her face today.
And that will be team foul 5 for the Tigers, so that will send Carl to the line. Chance to cut into this 3-point lead with under 3 minutes to go. Her first free throw is short. Second one coming up, though. The second free throw is long. So Versailles not hurt by that foul. They have the ball with under 3 minutes to play in a 3-point lead. Anderson brings it up. Skips it over to Bland. Bland sets her feet. She'll try a three. Oh, halfway down, came out. Vera fights for the board, but it's pulled in by Kohlkamp. Player had the ball and then went to the floor with it, but that's not a travel, I guess.
Not today.
And to Graffenried moves the ball over to Shoemaker. High post is Molman. Near steal. I thought Jones was going to get that, and then it is a steal this time by Vera, and she is fouled. You know, it's really nice because sometimes we talked about earlier, you see with youth, everybody wants to shoot the rock. That's all they care about growing up is who's going to be the scorer. And then you have to try to teach them defense. And I'm a firm believer defense is not something that you can just teach. Kids either want to be good defenders or they don't.
It's something deep down inside of you.
Vera all the way to the rim. Her shot blocked by Molman. But where I was going with this, these Versailles girls already have it in them to be great defenders. It's just a matter of figuring the offensive end out. A foul on the other end. It was not a very loud whistle.
Yeah, if they would. Yeah, I didn't even hear the whistle. That's why maybe I missed something. If Versailles would just be as aggressive on offense as they are on defense.
Shoemaker at the line. Her first free throw up and good. Lead at 2. This legitimately could come down to the last possession. Second free throw for Shoemaker. Up and good as well. So it is a 1-point Versailles lead with 2:09 to go. Versailles has stagnated a little bit offensively. Need a bucket. Ari goes to the basket, draws the double team, dishes it out to Bland. Bland back to Ari. She's going to dribble it back out to the free throw line, picks it up, goes back to Bland. Corner 3 on the way. It's short, tipped around. Bland pulls it in and is able to get it to Vera. Big offensive board, but it's picked off by Molman. Kohlkamp down by 1 with the basketball. 1:40 to go. High post is Molman. Skips it to the corner, out to Carl. Top of the key to Graffenried. 3 won't go. Rebound by Bland. And Coach Gunter wants the timeout to talk things over with her girls as they offensively have struggled these last few possessions. But we'll take the break. Be back with 1:29 to go. 1-point Versailles lead. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Town & Country Supermarket in Stover invites you to shop with your local grocery store for fresh produce, meat cut in-house, and hot deli items for your dinner solution. Town & Country Supermarket, open Monday through Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sunday. Follow them on Facebook to see their weekly sales ad. Best of luck to all the teams in the Stover basketball tournament.
And we're back talking shoe deals here at the Versailles Kohlkamp game.
I'm getting one. I'm getting my own shoe deal.
Ooh, if you were to get a shoe deal.
Ground Vansel.
Ground Vansel. I just realized you're tangled up, bud.
Oh, I'm tangled?
There you go. There you go.
See?
Ground Vansel. It's like air Vansel, but a
Yeah,
little
don't
less
expect to
vertical.
be in the air. We're going to be on the ground. The ground and pound.
Oh, man. See, if I can tell you JT would have a shoe deal with New Balance. No doubt about it. He has the, like, dad starter pack
The
tennis
dad,
shoes.
I'm about to weed eat on a Saturday morning.
Yes, you know the exact kind I'm
With my
talking
jean
about.
shorts and my trucker hat.
It's really spot on because if he doesn't wear the trucker hat, he gets the
That's
sunburn.
probably what
So
JT's sitting there wearing right now.
Versailles on offense. Bland lines up a 3-0 and halfway down. Wouldn't go. Rebound to Colcamp. Colcamp once again down by 1. 1:10 to go in this game. Can Versailles get another stop and hold on to this lead? Ball tipped. Good defense from Sarah Bland. Couldn't quite haul it in, but denied Molman.
Sales putting in some more height here.
They are as they're going.
Mackenzie Byer going in, replacing Dakota Moore.
Yeah, Byer is pretty tall.
Yeah, she's a tall girl.
They lob into Molman at the high post. 1:05 to play. Mid-range jumper blocked by Vera and wound up in the hands of Byer. A steal attempt wound up in a foul by Shoemaker. That is team foul. Waiting to see if they posted. I believe number 3.
I think 3, yeah.
Versailles facing pressure, able to get the ball in. Vera crosses half court, under a minute to play. Inside to Byer. Her jumper off the glass won't go. Carl the rebound. I mean, I don't necessarily know if you needed a shot that quick, but I will say with where Byer was at, you got to put that
I think
up.
you got to shoot that one.
Yeah, a little. I mean, they got the ball inside. 3 on the way from the Bluebirds for the lead, and they get it. Colcamp goes up by 2, 27-25 with just under 40 seconds to play. Versailles needs a bucket in the worst way. Who do they go to? Down to 30 seconds. Jones uses the screen, attacks the basket, gets her man in the air. Shot won't go. Tipped around. Ari's put back. Up and good. Counting the foul. Ari Jones keeps it alive and finishes. We're tied at 27. Ari can take the lead with a free throw here.
That little lady would get more aggressive on offense, man. She could have a whole lot more just like that.
You can see it. What a job by Ari as she was fighting against the taller player in Molman and was able to keep it alive and finish.
Well, free throws never get bigger than this.
Free throw up. Oh, rolls off the iron. Kept alive by Bland. And was she fouled?
I didn't hear a whistle, but
No,
I
a
believe
timeout.
Oh.
Okay. It may have been a good timeout because I think she wound up getting blocked on that.
Yeah.
So Versailles is going to have the ball with 23 seconds to go, tied at 27 apiece. Jason, I'm afraid to say these words, but are we starting to catch the overtime curse here, bud? Are we going to do this back-to-back nights?
We got enough basketball today. We don't need overtime.
Seriously, I guarantee you JT's in the studio going, I swear we are not doing overtime today. Oh, goodness.
Isn't it like $100 bonus for every overtime period?
That's what I was told. Yeah, that's what I was told. 23 seconds. This game going to come down to the wire. 27-27. And once again, we start the day with Versailles and Colcamp. We will end the day with Versailles and Colcamp in the championship game. And in between, we will have the Stover boys versus Boonville and the Stover girls versus Holden. Both those games will be at MoSportsZone.com. Not on the radio, though, but this game, of course, is on the radio right now. And the championship game will be on the radio as well. In between, we'll have Mizzou. So we have 4 games from the tournament. We have a Mizzou game. We have another game tomorrow. We had a game with double overtime last night.
What a game last night.
What a game.
I woke up this morning thinking about what I saw, talking to Jacob about it, and I said, I told you them girls can play some basketball now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was something to watch. All right, Versailles inbound under their own basket. Ari will be the trigger man. They're trying to free up Brooke Anderson, but she's being face guarded. They're going to loft it deep. Brooke goes up to get it. We've got 20 seconds to play. Vera has it to the corner to Ari. Plenty of time for Versailles. Game clock down to 15. Ari is fouled.
Oh,
is that the 5th?
That'll be the 5th.
Wow. So Ari will get 2 free throws here and a chance to take the lead.
Take a deep breath, young lady. Just relax.
I don't think Ari knows how to relax. She's like literally doing calf raises at the free throw
Call a
line.
timeout, give her some airheads then.
That might be what you need. Good spin, good form. Ari knocks down the first. Versailles regains the lead 28-27.
Big shot.
You can make it a 2-point game with a made free throw here. 13 seconds to go.
She made the hard one.
Ari's second free throw. Up off the back iron. Long rebound hauled in by Kohlkamp, and they want the timeout. So 1 point Versailles lead. It's going to come down. What did we say earlier? It could be the last play of the game, and it's going to come down.
It's going to be the last play of the game.
Oh, this has been a fun one. So Versailles trying to close this out. Yes, Ryan, the answer is absolutely yes. I don't even know if he's here. I'm being harassed by Ryan Pryor, and I can't tell if he's actually here harassing me in spirit. But
I
either
saw
way,
him at the bank early this morning. He's working.
I don't believe he's working. I just
Somebody
believe
tell
he's
the
at the
boss
bank.
he's on his phone during work hours.
Yeah, I think he is the boss. Oh, goodness. I did find out not that long ago that Garrett Fisher is now the boss at his bank.
Really?
Yeah, which I love that. Garrett's such a good guy.
Well, Fish Stick's moving on up.
Yeah. Fish Stick.
And I got to work with Brittany. I reevaluate all my life choices.
I'm a little surprised. She is very, pleasant and happy and perky this morning. And
yeah, that's Brittany. That's her word cloud. That's pleasant, perky.
The one that, once again, I can't wrap
She's
my
a
head
storm
around.
cloud.
JT doesn't drink coffee, yet every morning he's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I mean, he's probably got 3 Mountain Dews in him by the time I get there.
High on life, man.
I guess so.
I don't know how you live without coffee.
All right, 12 seconds to play. Kohlkamp to inbound. They do so. They get it into DeGraff and reach. She's going to attack. Mid-range floater up, won't go. Who's going to get to the board? Brooke Anderson has it.
She step out?
Oh, she stepped on the line. Kohlkamp's going to get another look at this with 5 seconds to go. And Kohlkamp's going to take the timeout to draw up an inbounds play. The defense from the Tigers have been great. Can they make one more defensive stop?
You play a whole game just to have the last 5 seconds decide the whole game.
To be fair, the score's 28-27. I think we kind of saw this coming.
Yeah.
There's a chance that in the championship game, this could be the score after the first quarter.
Yeah.
And either of these totals could be right or after the first half.
We'll see. We'll see. Both teams got all day to sit and think about this game.
Well, we're going to have to keep an eye on Ryder, by the way. His scoring, I know he is closing in quickly on moving into 3rd place all-time scoring in Versailles history.
Yeah, he'll pass the great Bill Laurie, which sitting there watching the Bill Walton 30 for 30 and saw a lot of Bill Laurie playing for that national championship in 1973 for Memphis against UCLA. What a great player, man, in history.
The game comes down to this. Kohlkamp inbound under their own basket. 5 seconds to go. Ball is into the corner. Ari Jones there on defense. Ball at the top of the key. Carl steps into a mid-range jumper. It went halfway down and came back out. Versailles holds on to win. 28-27. They knock off Kohlkamp in a nail-biter.
You want to know how young we are, Colton? We actually have so many young girls. After the buzzer went off, a few of them were literally looking around. Did we win? They are literally that raw.
That is phenomenal. What a job. We'll come back with your post-game show in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Family owned since 1915, Stover Milling Company is ready to serve you. As a Purina dealer, they specialize in feed and liquid feed. Stover Milling also offers custom beef cattle ration balancing. Spring is right around the corner, so ask about their buggy rental or spreader truck this fertilizer season. That's Stover Milling Company, located at 101 Maple Street in downtown Stover. Give them a call at 573-377-2611. Stover Milling Company, ready to serve you today. S&S Auto and Cycle in Stover does everything. Full service, diagnostic, maintenance, and auto repair. From tires to turn signals, bumper to bumper, S&S Auto and Cycle has all the latest and most up-to-date diagnostic equipment to be sure to find the problem instead of just throwing parts at it. Stop by S&S Auto and Cycle on Elm Street in Stover and talk shop with the guys, or call 573-377-4731 to schedule an appointment. S&S Auto and Cycle, Missouri Best Winner 4 years in a row.
Hey guys, Colton Taylor here. When it comes to my hair and beard, there's only one man that I trust, and that's Barbering by Brock in Stover. Whether you're after a straight shave, quick trim, or a full-blown haircut, Brock's the guy to go see. Located right off Highway 52 in Stover, next to Vera Cruz Jr. You can give him a call at 573-539-5113, and be sure to follow him on Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. That's Barbering by Brock in Stover.
We're back with the Shed postgame show, joined now by the head coach of the Versailles Lady Tigers, Coach Gunter. Coach Gunter, your squad gets the win here today. What'd you think of their performance?
Overall, I'm really pleased with their performance, to be honest. Defensively, I thought that was one of the best games that we've played so far this year, especially in the first half. We're doing a lot of things right, I feel like, just being active and getting our traps in the corner, which is what we want. So overall, I can't really complain. I wish offensively, though, we could have maybe caught the ball down low. We had multiple times where we were making great passes or getting great looks, and the ball was going right through our fingers. I don't know if we ate a bunch of popcorn before the game or what, but it took us a little while offensively to get settled in, but I'm glad that we were able to make some shots finally and make some good passes. So
I feel like this tournament for you has seen the growth of some of your young players. Specifically, you look at the likes of Reagan Wilson, and even I thought Josie Bench looked very confident shooting the ball today as well. How big has this tournament been for you?
yeah, so Reagan, I will say Reagan has had a great tournament. She had 18 and 16 for our first 2 games. I'm not sure how many she had tonight,
10.
but
That's
10. Okay, yeah. So I mean, she's played great, really stepped up for us, even on the rebounding side of things. I think she had 6 the other night. So, and then Josie's, I love Josie. I mean, anytime you ask that girl to shoot the ball, she's going to shoot it. So that's one thing I appreciate about her. You know, she is starting to get a little more confident, and I like to see that. So, and she's hitting the shots too. So we'll take it.
Now, how much did it alter your game plan tonight when they came out and decided to just start face guarding Brooke Anderson at half court every possession?
Yeah, so I definitely did not expect that. But she did have 18 last game. So, I mean, you know, when you hit 4 or 5 threes, they're probably going to do that. But, I mean, it was a little frustrating for her at times. And, you know, you could see her getting in her head. But I think she handled it well. We just had to have a conversation. Hey, you can do other things. It's not just always going to be offense. You can play defense, too. So it just kind of took her getting that out of her head. And so...
Well, something happened later in the game after, I believe it was after Wilson fouled out. We've been talking about Ari Jones all game. Ari, you know what you're going to get from her defensively. You know she's going to have double-digit rebounds. But she started going to the basket late. Was that something you were telling her, or she just was doing on her own?
Yeah, I was telling her to do that because I felt like the girl guarding her, she could beat off the dribble. So I was trying to just get her set up so she could maybe get downhill and get to the rim and maybe get us a couple buckets. She had 10 last game, so we know she can score. So we just got to put her in the position to do so, and I thought that would be the best opportunity to get her to score would be to have her take the ball from the top and get downhill, like I said, and maybe try to finish around the rim a little bit. So.
Well, it paid off because she wound up hitting the biggest free throws of the game to put you in the lead for the final time.
Yeah.
What do you guys have coming up on your schedule?
So next week we have Butler, Buffalo, and St. Paul, Concordia. So we'll see how those go. A lot of road games. So one at home. So it's going to be an interesting week next week.
Yeah,
so.
big part of the season for sure as you get in the middle ground now. Just any final thoughts on your team through this tournament?
No, I think we just got to honestly keep playing defense like we are, and we got to find a way to score some more on the offensive side of things and, you know, get some. We're shooting at a lower percentage than I want to be at right now, but I think we're finally making some progress, and so I'm happy to see it. I'm proud of them. So.
Well, a great win from your squad tonight. Congratulations, Coach Gunter, and thanks for coming up to talk to us.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, that is Coach Temporary Gunter, head coach of the Versailles Lady Tigers, as they pick up a big win today over the Colcamp Lady Bluebirds. And, you know, Jason, I thought she hit some of the stuff right on the head. That first off, Reagan Wilson, you can call it the coming out party or whatever you want. When you score double digits every game of a tournament, you got something going right.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of getting that. You know, we have Brooke, we have some girls playing on the outside, and now we're starting to get that inside scoring. That's a nice little 1-2 punch that we can build on over the next couple of years as well. But yeah, you can't say enough about Reagan Wilson. And the one thing about her is when you look at her face when she plays, there's not an ounce of nervousness on it. It's just like that tackle, the 2 Colcamp girls on that one foul. She got up and she had the most serious look on her face. I'm going after that basketball. And that's an attitude, I think, a young kid. You know, it's kind of rare for a freshman because they're usually kind of starstruck looking all the time. But she's intense, man. She's going to be okay. She got a little fire burn inside of her.
Well, and even the comment on Josie that she's not afraid to shoot the ball.
Yes.
That's I know to some
She
people
doesn't hesitate. She doesn't hesitate.
and to some people that may not sound like much, like, oh, she can shoot the ball, anybody can do that. No, at this level, getting kids to be that confident in their shot to pull the trigger that fast is not an easy thing to do. And Josie's doing it with confidence and knocking him down. That one she hit in the corner here, the hand was in the face, and she just didn't care.
Yeah,
So
and I don't mean nothing by it, but this Versailles team, you know, it's kind of a rough go this year. You got a lot of youth, a lot of inexperience, and you're not going to come out on top all the time in a lot of games. But you know, with some of the losses they've had, and they come out on the court and they throw her the ball, and she chucks it. I mean, she is not hesitant to shoot it at all. Reagan's down there banging around. Brooke, I mean, Ari, all of them. I mean, it doesn't matter what happens to them. They just keep coming, keep getting better, and you can get better with kids like that.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
This all goes down to what you're made of inside, character, integrity, things like that. And we got some good character kids that they want to get better, and that's all they're going to do is go up from here.
No, I couldn't agree more. I thought it was a great showing. I also wanted to add in that I thought they got some good minutes off their bench. I really like Moore checked in and played extremely well.
Dakota Moore gave him a basket, and also just, you know, being a big body out there in the middle. But, you know, I'm sitting here looking at this. We had 7 kids score, most of them freshmen in this game.
Who were what was the scoring?
Reagan Wilson, of course, led the way with 10. We had Josie Bench with 6, a couple big threes. We have Amanda Vera and Ari Jones both with 3. Brooke Anderson with 2 on a tough night. Nice looking shot, though, what she did. And Dakota Moore off the bench with 2. I mean, you've got a lot of young kids. A lot of people scored for us in a low-scoring game, which means everybody kind of had a part, which that's you've got something coming. I mean, people just have to be patient, get some of these youngsters out of 8th grade with them, get these kids a little bit more experience. Man, in a couple of years, it's going to be okay. We're going to be all right because we do have some exceptional 7th graders coming, some good 8th graders coming, and you put them with these kids who are all young, yeah, we're going to be fine.
No, I completely agree. I think this Versailles squad is absolutely moving in the right direction. There's a lot of promise, and they're going to be a hard out down the road. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's coming together. You don't build Rome in one day. I mean, you have to do it a brick at a time, and I can't be happier for these girls. You know, there's a lot of people that said they wouldn't win a game to start this season.
Well, they've got 2 already.
And we've got 2 wins, and you know, as they say, you either win or lose. That's not really true. You either win or learn. Yeah, I feel like we're learning every single time. So today we got to win in the tournament. That's a good thing.
Absolutely. Well, we are going to take a break in between games, move all of our stuff over to the other gym. I heard the hospitality room has donuts and coffee.
Ooh,
so yeah,
I heard.
May go visit them, and
it's investigate that rumor.
It's been a lot of fun, but congratulations to the Versailles Lady Tigers. They pick up the win over Colcamp. 27-26, was it?
28-27.
28-27. It was a 1-point game. So congratulations to the Lady Tigers on picking up the win. Special thanks to JT back in the studio engineering tonight's contest. Britt on the camera. He's Jason, and I'm Colton. This has been another presentation of KS95 Sports. Good night.
You've been listening to coverage of the Stover Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament on KS95. Coverage of this basketball game was brought to you by DeGrasse